Kitty cats are so funny. So funny. So 5 out of 6 cats have had some outside time today. Let's see. First it was Roger and April. And they stuck together as a hunting party. They're both in heat right now, so they're kind of staying close. And Roger's been really aggressive. It's so funny. I mean, imagine a girl that just gets horny and she runs around and demands, "Fuck me!" at like everyone. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Craziness. It's kind of what she's doing. It's hilarious. So anyways, they came out and hunted around for a bit. And, let's see. So then I let Oi out, and then I let Steve out. And, let's see. Around about that time, a couple of large turkey buzzards flew overhead. Of course, they were scoping out as there are dead critters around. I've seen a total of 3 tops that were out flying around. I don't know what the heck that was I just saw. It was some kind of a raptor, I think. Long tail, though. Saw 3 of them scoping out the thermals over parts of the creek, but not before one of them flew over low enough that the full-size 3 to 4 foot shadow, this thing was only about 25 feet off the ground, just flew real low and slow over my property right by the cats, and they all kind of hunkered to the edges of things, and they're like, "Oh, snap." So then, of course, Princess wanted out too, and I thought, well, she's such a runner and a prancer that there's no mistaking her for dead meat. So I was like, okay, cool. So I let her out. And this has been, probably a good couple hours that they've been outside and having a good time. It's a beautiful day. They were able to get a little bit of outside time yesterday, but it was pretty rainy and it was getting close to dark. And things live in the woods that would love to mess with a cat. And they kept, Princess especially, she really wanted to go down into those woods, and I had to kind of chase her away. And then she started getting all, let's play a game of catch and keep away. And I could get my hand down on the ground and, several feet away, and she'd come running up and then run off like, "Tag, you're it," and then she'd take off. And I almost got her to fetch a stick today, which is pretty hilarious. The cat playing fetch. So anyways, Oi volunteered to go inside. This was after a juvenile eagle flew over. Now, if you have any knowledge or experience with various types of large birds, vultures don't typically hunt. They scavenge. Buzzards, vultures, whatever. Eagles, however, prefer to hunt. And it is not an uncommon thing for a large raptor like that to attempt to snatch up a cat. So, yeah, Oi volunteered to go in. Steve was not too difficult to get in, and April was all about it, too. She just was like, I'm small and light enough that they could pick me up. I'll go inside. So she was cool with it. Took me about a good solid 20 minutes of hollering for Roger before she came around from wherever she was. She was either on the neighbor's property to the north, or she was down in the woods by the river. I hope not. But she came from kind of that direction, and she took a while to get here. Princess showed up. I think she came out of the woods. And, of course, she wanted to go run and do that yesterday, and I wouldn't let her at dusk. But here in the afternoon, I was like, okay, fine. And it's, the woods are safer in the daytime like that for a cat for the most part. So then, she doesn't want to be picked up or captured or anything, so she's being goofy, and that was where I started tossing some sticks, and she started chasing them. And, finally got her down around. She thought I was just going to give her a little head boop and some pettings, and I kind of snatched her up, and that's where she starts like obvious distaste. Like, you don't have to speak cat to know what that means. And she's so funny because she was like, again, she was just so pissed. Just, why do you have to be bigger than me, And so I got her in the porch, and I set her down, and she's just like, and then hops away and goes toward the door. But then she saw her own reflection and just on instinct was like big hiss. And then I let her in and she went, her tail's up, but she's all foofed. So she was not pleased. But it's for their own good. It's for their safety. So anyways, I just wanted to describe that. Can't really keep track of them while shooting them on video outside like that, because if I have to pick them up, I have to drop the phone. And it's just one of those things where it's, cats with no leash, no fence, we're out in the country, so it's not like they're going to necessarily go running. But at one point, somebody was, let's see, Roger has at one point when I called for her come from out by the road. And I know that Princess likes to sometimes go into the Cedar Line and Siberian Elm Windbreak, which is also by the road. But then April came from that direction right after a car came charging down the road. And that's my biggest fear, is that it's a dead-end road, but people are trying to find out using Google Maps how to find alternate ways to get to the county park areas. And it's not accessible from this side. There's a dead end, there's a bridge out, there's no crossing. But there's been a couple of times that somebody has just zoomed up and down this road. Might have been the same van multiple times. But after the first time that they came charging back up the road, I saw April come zooming away from there like, yeah, hell no. So the one thing I really don't want is one of my cat babies to get struck on the road. When I went to get my lawnmower gas and ended up asking about a job, there was a poor kitty cat in the road on Beaverdale Road, right by the, like right in Prairie Grove proper, that had been hit, and it was not a pretty sight. And I really don't want my beloved cat babies to end up like that. So, you know, they could be pissy if they want. So anyways, gonna cut it off at that. It's a pretty good day here, sitting, hanging out. Not too buggy, lots of birds of all various sizes and types. I've seen cardinals, blue jays, orioles, a mourning dove, barn swallows. Oh, the buzzards, that eagle, and then whatever it was that I saw that might have been a red tail or something, but it had like a really long tail behind it. It was almost a nighthawk or a swallow type shape, but it was big. I want to say it was a 2-foot wingspan, whatever it was. So yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I had to get the cats in, and here in a little bit, I think I'm going to go gather up some of the sticks and stuff. And I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paint cans here that I believe most of them had blackjack roof goop in them. And I think when I do this fire, before I can do the charcoal, I'm actually going to have to burn the blackjack out of those cans so that my charcoal is serviceable. And probably do that this evening or afternoon. It's supposed to be really nice. And yeah, so just very pleasant Saturday afternoon, very tranquil, very calm, and hopefully be a little bit productive today as well.